What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new Football Manager 2016 video. Today, it's another episode in my Liverpool Let's Play series, and we are starting to wrap up this series as Football Manager 2017 is not too far long around the corner, if that makes sense. I don't even know. I was saying it in my head, and I was like, is this making sense? I'm not too sure. But anyway, if you missed the last episode, go and check that out. There will be a link on screen right now to that episode. We played the doubleheader against Celtic in the Europa League first knockout round, and basically I explained what the future holds for this series, and that's that will explain what's happened today. So as you can see on screen, we've got our fixtures, results, whatever you want to call it, up. And so this is where I left you off. So we beat Celtic in the first knockout round of the Europa League. 1-0 on aggregate, 1-0, one goal at Anfield was enough to see off the boys from Scotland. Then we actually had a Premier League match against Crystal Palace. All these games have been played offline. As I said, if you don't know why, go and check out the last episode that explains it. It's just basically so I can speed the series up to get it finished. That way, I can focus on FIFA and not have an overlap of a Liverpool save on FIFA and Football Manager. And then it gives me a bit of a break from Football Manager until FM17 comes out, because then I'll just be smashing content, I should expect. So what was I saying? We beat Crystal Palace, yes. So then we got drawn against Wolfsburg, which you would have seen in the last episode as well. And it didn't really go according to plan at Anfield. They actually took the lead through Max Cruz, 21 minutes in, and then Felipe Coutinho, as he usually does, he steps up in the big games, and he got a goal back for us before half-time, but we couldn't press on at all from that. It was quite disappointing. As you can see, we dominated possession, as we tend to do. We made some substitutions, but they were mainly defensive ones, just because our players are, they're starting to be a bit tired, a bit, a bit foolish in possession. You see, like a 6.3 for Nicholas Schule. I just wanted to change that up, and then we brought like James Milner on, because you can see we don't actually have any attacking options due to injuries. So defensive substitutions are the only thing that is left to do, and yeah, so that was disappointing, as I said. So then we had a game sandwiched in between the next round of that, which was Stoke City at home, and we just made light work of this. As you can see, the team is heavily rotated. Mauro Icardi does actually come back into the team. Obviously, he is cup tied for the Europa League, so he's only playing Premier League matches at the minute. And yet again, another player of the match performance from him. You can see his record there: 9 Premier League starts, 9 goals. Really impressive since I signed him for quite a large fee. Was it £45 million, something like that? Let's have a look. £39 million, I can't even remember, to be honest. £39 million, quite a decent deal for him. So as I said, he got 2. Stoke were actually leading in this match, and then second half we just turned on the style. Icardi got 2 goals within 2 minutes, and I was buzzing. I was like, yeah, let's go and hit them for 4, maybe 5, but we didn't really press on that much. We just went and got another goal through Jimmy Milner. So as I said, heavily rotated team, and that was with the eye on our trip to Germany, which did not start well at all. We went 2 goals down within inside 12 minutes, a bit like the last time Liverpool, I can't even say my own team's name. Liverpool played a German team. Obviously, I'm talking about in real life, Borussia Dortmund. At Anfield, we went 2 goals down quite early on, but the same result followed. We did turn it around. Obviously, not the same result in terms of scoreline, but I mean the outcome of the match. So as you can see, Sven Bender putting Wolfsburg ahead. Wolfsburg actually have quite a decent team, it's got to be said. They were very tough opponents. As you see, they actually dominated possession in this match, which is something not many teams managed to do. You can see they've still got Schürrle, Dante. And why have they still got Schürrle? Oh, this is because, yeah, I actually started the save before, yeah, the transfers happened. Arnold, Maximiliano Arnold, Julian Draxler, fantastic player. Luis Gustavo, I'm not going to name the whole team. You can have a look for yourself. But as I was saying, they do have a good team, and it showed, 2 goals in 12 minutes against us. It's pretty impressive. Only rarely Real Madrid have managed to blow us away like that this season. But we had fight, and it took our midfielders to score, which was quite disappointing. We had Firmino as like a false 9 in this game, because, as I said, we've not really got any attacking options, to be honest. So, yeah, Firmino was playing in that false 9. John Henderson actually popping up with the goal, and Sergi Samper also getting on the score sheet. He actually came off the bench, so, you can thank me for that substitution. I actually made a triple sub because I just really wasn't happy with what was going on. Then actually Coutinho got injured, so I did actually regret that, because then Coutinho, you know, we were actually, this is the best thing about this, we were actually down to 10 men at the time, but we still managed to get 2 goals back. I was amazed. Wolfsburg just really switched off. I feel like, you know, I can't actually explain it. They just felt like they weren't ticking as well as they were in the first half. So I just, to be honest, I got a bit lucky. We really shouldn't be going through, but we have done. I'm not going to complain. And then we've recently played West Ham, which is a 1-0 away win. McCarthy having pretty much his worst performance in the Liverpool shirt. The rest of the team played quite well, to be fair. But as I said, Icardi not so well. But we did get the victory. So in terms of the Europa League, we're into the quarterfinals, and we've got probably the most difficult team left in the tournament. Apart from ourselves, I do feel like, as you can see, we're probably favourites for the Europa League, given the teams that are left in it. But we have got probably the most difficult team apart from ourselves in Bayer Leverkusen. And then there's also Schalke in here, which is obviously another decent team. And if we actually get through against Leverkusen, I'll just show you now, the semi-finals, we are actually, as you can see over here, we will be playing either Dynamo Kiev or Schalke. So, you know, if we get past Leverkusen, we'll probably get Schalke. If we get past Schalke, we're pretty much going to win the Europa League, because I don't really fear anyone on that other half of the draw, which is good to see. In terms of the Premier League, what is going on? We were 6 points behind City, I think, when I last left you guys. We're only now 5 points behind City. They dropped a point against United in the Manchester derby, who we do play today in a live commentary to wrap up the month of March. You know, so we look comfortably in, well, I don't even need to say that. We are, what, 17 points clear of 5th. We're going to get Champions League this season, but I want that league title. Hopefully we can close the gap on Man City today. City still have a few tough games to come. Yeah, as you can see, there's one there. I don't actually know why it's set to the 15th of April, but they do have Arsenal. I think they've got Everton today at home, or maybe tomorrow, something like that. Yeah, later on today they've got Everton, so hopefully our Merseyside partners can do us a favour, although Everton aren't actually having the best of seasons themselves. But let's go and jump into this game against United. Incidentally, despite my excellent form in this month, I am actually unbeaten, as I've just shown you. I'm unbeaten quite a while, actually, going back to a defeat against Tottenham back in January. I've never beaten Manchester United, as you can see, 3 draws and a Man United victory, so hopefully we can change that today. Oh, did I mention Coutinho? And eventually got injured. Didn't tell you how long for. 4 to 5 months. Thank God this series is ending at the end of the season. It would have been nice to have him for the rest of the season, obviously. But Coutinho is out for that amount of time, and there is nothing I can really do about that. Let's see. Who can I bring on? I'm tempted to bring Gabriel Barbosa on in place of Roberto Firmino. Firmino didn't actually play that well against West Ham when he was called upon. I'm going to switch him to an inside forward and play Adam Lallana as an advanced playmaker, with Icardi going up front. I may stick him as an advanced forward, actually. That's what we're going to go with against United. Let's jump into this match. Joel Matip is on international duty. That is superb. Who shall I bring in? I'll bring in Jimmy Milner. I just don't really feel like playing Sturridge at the minute. I've changed skin, by the way. I really like the look of this one. It'll probably just see me out until the end of Football Manager 2016. Are you confident in your squad's ability? Yes, stick to the game plan, please. That would be nice, wouldn't it, if our players just do what I ask them to do. That's the whole point of football management. Let's see, what can we say? I expect nothing. I want you to ignore what the media is. Just play your game. The media give you a lot of credit. Go out there. We are favourites, so go. I'll go with that. Let's see what that does. Absolutely nothing. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? Let's get into this game against United, though. Our players are in good morale. Not that that probably makes any difference whatsoever. They're probably still highly capable of getting a victory, and I don't really know where the game's just gone there. Let me get that back for you guys. There we go. We are back, and it's just waiting to load. I don't really know what's going on. We are waiting to load in, and we are officially in to the game against Manchester United. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 points today. It would be hugely important if we do, to close that gap to Manchester City. There is an early corner, and we've taken the lead already 3 minutes in against Manchester United, and Mark Bartra with a goal for us, which puts us ahead in the match, which, as I said, is significantly important, especially with United being in 4th place. This is actually still quite a big match, regardless of City and Arsenal. You know, it's United. That's a big match anyway. I wouldn't care if United were in 20th place. It'd still be a big match. And we're trying, I was going to say we're trying to get a second, but it actually looks like it's going to go the other way. Leno, what are you doing? Thank God for Mark Bartra. Mark Bartra helping us out there. Can we just get forward? There seems to be a bit too much of a gap between our actual attack midfielders and striker at the moment. We could be punished here. Here's Mkhitaryan. João Mario, Memphis Depay. It's going to go back to Mkhitaryan. It's 1-1. Oh, man, I could see it coming straight away. And with inside 9 minutes, we've gone from 1 goal up to 1-1. So pretty much cancelled straight out. And we are back to where we started. Except the scoreboard looks ever so slightly different. Just going to say work the ball into the box. Hopefully United don't use any momentum. Nothing's really happened for 10 minutes or so. But as I was saying, if we can get this victory and City maybe drop points against Everton, then, you know, if they even draw against Everton, we're only 3 points behind them then. And it's very doable. City have a few hard games. I'd say we have a few more hard games than them still left to go in this season. So it's going to be tough to retain our Premier League title. I really want to win the Europa League. I also want to win the Premier League, do not get me wrong. But bit of European success would be quite nice, wouldn't it, to be honest? Especially after what happened in real life last season with the Europa League final. Be nice just to like make up for that. And bring home some silverware for the Coppites. But at the moment, not too much is actually going on since the United goal, to be honest. It's actually been quite a boring game. Tends to happen with our matches because of the high possession football I play. Let's see. I'm just going to go assertively. Keep playing the way you are and the result will come. I don't know if it will, but everyone's actually quite happy about that, so it worked. I was probably bullshitting, to be honest, but it worked, so I don't really care. If they produce a performance that wins me the match, you can call me a genius, even if I wasn't meant to be. United do actually get into the box, and they do nearly cause us a few problems, but as you can see, possession-wise, we are still edging it. Not too much is really going on. Our average ratings are a bit better. We've ran a bit more than them. Don't know if that bothers you. If you're Jurgen Klopp, then it certainly bothers you. But if it's you guys, I'm not too sure. We've made a few more passes than United, but it's not really important. We just need to get a goal. That's what is important. You can pass all you want, but if you're not sticking the ball in the back of the net, then what's the point? We really need to press on now. Icardi, 6.7, 6.6 as I say that. I'd like him to score a goal, to be honest, because obviously after that last performance I seen from him, it was pretty shocking, to be honest. He's lucky to actually be starting today, and United are in behind, and Rashford, oh my word, Marcus Rashford, please don't do that to me. I've never beaten United. It would be nice to actually start somewhere, and I feel like this could be the perfect time to do so, but when United are doing things like this, it does make me worried. Still half an hour to go, though. Things can change quite quickly. I'm just going to say get creative to the lads. That said, show some passion. You clearly see me click get creative. If it works, it works, but it wasn't really ideal. Didn't want to say that, to be honest. Right, I need to make a change. My clicks just aren't working for some reason. I'm going to bring off Adam Lallana and bring on Roberto Firmino. And that's pretty much all I can do, to be honest. Everyone else is really defensive. And it's just not going to help me whatsoever. So that's literally all I can do in terms of that. I may change some tactics. I don't really like changing my system if I'm not losing, because I feel like we can still press on for a victory. I may just push up to counter, and if that comes back to bite me, then that'll be a bit annoying. But again, we're still dominating possession. United have actually had quite a few shots, to be fair. Usually we restrict the other team from shooting half as that much. It doesn't look like we're actually going to get the victory against United, which is disappointing because, as I said, we've never actually beaten them. I'm just going to say push forward for the last 2 minutes or so. Maybe we can just nick a goal. It doesn't look likely. It's been a really, really boring match. There's like 30 seconds to go. It's not going to happen, is it? Unless United go and get a winner. which I won't be too pleased about, but 20 seconds to go, unless we get the ball forward with some pace and some accuracy, but that's not pace or accuracy. It's probably going to, yeah, there we go. It's ended 1-1. It was quite a disappointing game, to be honest. I thought this would probably be the most entertaining one of the month, but clearly not. I'll just say you weren't good enough because we need to be winning that match, to be honest. As I said, with City, it does move us 3 points behind them, but obviously they have that game in hand, so they can just open that back up to 6 points and really start to run away with the league. With how many games are left? 8, is it? Yeah, so 8 Premier League games left. Even Arsenal can overtake us. They can go past us if they, get their victory. So quite disappointing with that result. But that is going to be all for this episode. And basically, if you've not seen the previous one and you're still wondering what the hell's going on, I'm just going to be doing monthly reviews, and I'll be doing live commentaries for like the last game of the month. So next month it'll be Arsenal away. It's because it kind of falls quite nicely. The last game of this month was United at home, which is a big match. The last game of next month is Arsenal away, which is a big match, so it falls nicely. And then obviously the last month will be May, and if we get to the Europa League final, then that will be the last game. So it does fall quite nicely, and I'll basically be doing like a monthly review and then a live commentary, which is obviously what I've done today. But be sure to drop a like on the video, comment down below as well. Do you still think I can win the Premier League, or is the Europa League a more realistic target for me this season? Also, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are new around these parts. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, goodbye.